Hi everyone, this is Sam for Booredatwork.com, and today we're having a look at Acer's Predator X34. This is a G-Sync monitor, yes, a G-Sync 34-inch monitor that basically should deliver about 3440 by 1440, yes, that is 2K, and the monitor is beautiful, with a beautiful IPS display and a really beautiful glossy back cover. You can see there, this is really amazing. Now let's walk you through some of the ports you find on this device. Now you're going to find from left to right, we're going to go. So from left to right, you have your display port, your HDMI, these are both outs. Behind the bar you see there, you're going to have your power and 3.5 millimeter jack, and to the right there you see five USB 3.0 jack, ports. Now moving on to the screen itself, just like I said, the screen is a 34-inch IPS display, and this is beautiful. It's a 2K display, but you would get, for a 2K display, it is great. You can see Grand Theft Auto plays pretty amazing on this monitor. You can see the really great details on there. Now, yes, it's not a 4K display. Yes, it's not giving you your 144 megahertz refresh rate. But what this does have is G-Sync, meaning that you get to play this without even needing to turn on V-Sync right now. Meaning that basically whatever refresh rate, vertical refresh rate you're pumping out of your game can basically be handled by your monitor. Now let me take you, give you a quick overview on the controls, which are on the bottom right underneath the panel itself. Now, from left to right here, we have the G there is just your game mode. You can turn game mode on and off. And then you have three separate presets that you could set for any of your viewing needs. You have your overdrive mode, you have your volume control, and you have your input control. Now I'll switch the input quickly, turns the screen blank, I just switched to HDMI mode. Now once that comes back on, which is a little bit of a kink with this, you have to wait for the screen to turn back on, and then you can change input again to display port. Now let's switch that over to the menu so you can actually see what you get to tweak on this monitor. This is a picture menu, so you can go through, change your brightness, contrast, blue light, dark boost, and things of that nature. You have your color settings here. Next, you have your on-screen display, so you can change things like transparency, game mode, aim points, on-screen display timeouts, and things of that nature. Settings is really what you're probably going to be more interested in. You can set what your input is, what the overdrive mode is set to, your ambient lights, which is the blue lights you saw under the screen. You can set the deep sleep mode, and you can reset it back to the factory resets options on here. Well, let's take you to the overclock in here. What Overclock does is basically, like I said, this is a G-Sync device, so you can specify that the max refresh rate here changes from the factory default of 75. You change that all the way up to 100. So I'm going to show you now how to do that. We're going to change that to on. So we're going to change the enable, yes. And max refresh, we're going to turn that all the way up to 100. Now, what does this mean? It means that if I have a system that's capable of pumping out 100 frames per second, we don't need to negotiate some kind of median between the monitor and my game. What happens is, hey, I get to play this at 100 megahertz. Right now I'm playing at 60, but if I chose to take VSync off, if I chose to play at 100 frames per second, this would go all the way up to 100 frames per second, and you see that at the top right. Now, this device is purely beautiful. You can see that we're playing Fallout 4 right now. The graphics on this is pretty amazing. Yes, it's partly due to it's very much due to the system I'm playing it on, but you can tell that there's no tearing whatsoever on here, so you don't get any discrepancies between the refresh rate on the monitor and the refresh rate that your game is pumping out. Overall, I'm really impressed by this device. You can go out there on sites like Newegg and find this for about $1799.99, so it's about $1,800. You might think that's a little steep, but when you look at what this has to offer at 34 inches curved display, 3440 by 1440 IPS panel, great refresh rate, great gray to gray great response time at 4 milliseconds. We're really looking at a high-end device here. So if you really are in the market to get a monitor right now and you're looking for a 34-inch monitor, you really do owe it to yourself to look at the Acer Predator X34. Once again, this is Sam for Booredatwork.com.